Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up on Run 7. How you doing? Today is a Defense Up war video. Yes, we still mix them in, and if you want your war defense or Crucible defense featured here on Defense Up, just send them in and we'll give it the proper due diligence. In war defense, we grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. This one was sent in by Jambox, and Jambox must not understand that I hate this team in room number 1 here. I don't like Doc Ock with the Sinister Six, especially when it's lopsided. This is easily run over by any speed meta team. You build up speed, beating up the little guys, and then just roll over Doc Ock. Doc Ock is a much more useful character as a plug and play on hybrid teams. So right off the bat, this kind of starts out at a B for me. If you do want to build this team up and build it evenly, and yes, we do have rumored Sinister Six characters coming out soon, or coming out or in the works. They're rumored, you never know. That does mean that the rest of the Sinister Six will get a rework if those characters come out, or most of the Sinister Six will get a rework. So this could be something fun for you to build in the future, but remember, leaks and rumors and stuff like that should be a reason for you to stop building characters, not start building characters. So it's just something to think about. I like Raider on Electro is okay. I think I like Striker. Swarm should definitely be a Raider. Skirmisher on Mysterio is correct. Fortifier on Rhino is no good. You want him to be a Raider. And then Healer on Doc Ock is okay. You also want to put Rhino next to Doc Ock, so if somebody does come in with a blind, there's a chance that he will cleanse the blinds or negative effects from Doc Ock or anything else that happens. And I think otherwise, the placement doesn't really matter. So you could adjust the ISOs. The power levels in this is killing you. You really need to take this team apart and use Doc Ock somewhere else. You can throw in just the Sinister Six as a low-powered filler team if that's what you want to do. But Doc Ock's got some value elsewhere. So break this up. I'm going to go B- on this team. Also, my buttons aren't working, so there we go. Team number 2. Brotherhood with Magneto. Now, Magneto is going to be getting a rework on that Death Seed team. Again, don't build him. Just wait and see what happens. He's going to be going really slow on this team, and you have him next to Strife. Also, your Strife is really, really weak in comparison. Strife's kind of the linchpin of this team. So for me, this is kind of a garbage filler team. You're just throwing it in there. Maybe it'll catch somebody off guard if they're trying out something new to beat this, but honestly, this team's gonna fold. Especially if you bring in something big enough to beat the Emma and the Sinister, you're gonna roll through that Strife there, even with Fortifier. Also, Fortifier on Strife does nothing at all. His kit does everything that the Fortifier does at the reasonable levels you'd wanna use it. So I think you should go either Skirmisher or Raider on Strife. Striker on Maddie's good. Raider on Magneto is good. I don't know what we're gonna be switching him to. Skirmisher on Emma is the way to go because you use her in a bunch of other places, so you don't want to waste the ISOs building her as a healer at this point, because this is the only team she would be using that healer ISO, and honestly, this team just isn't good enough. And then Sinister. So let's do a placement swap. Put Emma next to Strife. Yeah, we'll swap places with Magneto and Emma. Honestly, I think you should probably put Mystique in here. Mystique's a lot better after that rework a while back, and she's probably going to be a better fit in here than Magneto. Magneto's just too slow without the rest of his Brotherhood team in here to really speed him up. For me, this is pretty bland. I'm going to give it a B. It's just kind of filler. Team number 3 is the Hero Asgardians. This is doing a lot better. Raider on everybody. You put Striker on Valkyrie. That's fine. You can also put Striker on Mighty Thor. I personally like Raider on everybody and Fortifier on Sif. Placement's okay, although you have this 3-piece right here, which makes good food for a Black Order or something like that. You want to break them up. Put some of those 3 over there. Swap places with Heimdall. It doesn't matter which one. Just break it up a little bit, so you have a little bit more variety in what's happening here. Also, note to people who are building this, like Jambox, if you want to, I would highly recommend that you just don't put any more effort in Heimdall whatsoever, and you build the rest of the team bigger. That way, Heimdall dies easy, and it triggers Valkyrie's passive, putting the safeguard and immunity and all that stuff on the team, and makes it really killer. Not too shabby, though, so I'm going to just go A-. Probably just a placement swap, is all it really needs. Team number 4, Heroes for Hire. Raider, Skirmisher, Striker, Healer. Okay, I don't like the Healer ISOs on this team because everything that comes into it uses heal block and it just doesn't get any value. So make Iron Fist a Raider, make Luke Cage a fortifier, or you can make Iron Fist a fortifier also. That way when they die and revive, they come back with a little barrier on them, and it improves that a little bit. Placement's fine. Just the ISO changes. Yes, chat, I heard that. You can just keep score. We'll get to the chips later. We're doing a hot ums challenge, so I'm going to be taking potato chips with hot sauce on it every time I say and chat's just loving it right now. Okay, for me, this is probably a B+. It doesn't really matter. It's a lopsided team. You're going to catch people off guard with that Shang-Chi is probably the best part of this. Team number 5 is the YA. I like YA on offense these days. They're just an incredibly powerful team that works well everywhere. Everyone was caught off guard by how powerful this team is. You can leave them on defense if you are certain that you have your 12 to 14 offensive attack teams ready to go. Then you can keep these guys on defense. But otherwise, I like them on offense. Your placement is good. You do want Miss Marvel in the corner, hopefully drawing in the Dark Hunters on this team rather than having them go for your H for H. You've got America Chavez speeding up the people I like. Yeah. Okay, so, and they're all strikers and skirmishers. That's one way to go. I do like making Kate Bishop a skirmisher on this team and in other places. And I like Squirrel Girl as a healer, just because we used her elsewhere, and that's a better way to go. But I'm not going to dock you for the Striker Skirmisher combo. It still works pretty well with this team. I'll give you an A for that. Moving on to team number 6, you put Rogue in with the New Warriors. Gambit also. This is an interesting composition. Okay, Gambit's going to go a little bit early. Rogue's going to get that taunt on her special and give the team a little bit of time to work. Your Rogue is huge, and I think the New Warriors are going to probably do well. I think there's more valuable compositions to be making than this, but I like it. It's not something I've seen before, and it could be useful on defense, especially if you don't want to build the rest of your unlimited team just yet. Excuse me. So the one thing I don't like is, no, it's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this works for me. I'm going to give you an A for it. It's not that bad. It really isn't. Okay, team number 7 is Spider Weaver with the Taskmaster Underworld kind of merc composition, and then you threw in Silver Surfer in here. Now, I don't like Silver Surfer in here. I think you're going to be better off putting in another mercenary, especially a fast one that'll trigger your 7 Red Star Taskmaster to do some damage. Also, 99 in here is going to help out a ton. If you get Spider-Man 2099 in here, he's going to go first. He's going to speed up Spider Weaver, who will then give protection for the rest of the team. Not to mention Taskmaster is going to be opening up early. The one thing that we definitely need to do, however, is I want Kingpin in the center position. And the reason is you need to be sure that Kingpin is spawning into the match. He's loading into the match before Taskmaster does. The way the game reads it, Taskmaster spawns in first and then summons his other mercenary, and then Taskmaster spawns in and counts all those villain mercenaries for his passive bonuses. So make sure you put Kingpin in position 1 in the center. I will give you a B- for this team. It's not too shabby. I just think that we need to get 99 in here and do that placement change. The ISOs are fine. Taskmaster can be a raider or a skirmisher or a striker. Just depends on how you like this to play out. If you've got a lot of mercenaries that he's going to double tap off of, if he's just there for the opening damage, if you want those blinds to stick, whatever your preference is, there's a lot of ways to go. All right, moving on to team number 8 is the Darkhold with Red Guardian. I kind of think this Red Guardian thing is not as valuable as some people say it is. It can be defeated with pretty much some of the traditional counters anyway. So I kind of like just using Scarlet Witch in here because you're going to build Scarlet Witch bigger. Otherwise, throw in Emma to at least make this a faster team so that the mirror is a lot tougher to do. Red Guardian was just a thing that we kind of did. Let's see. The other thing you've got is you've got Agatha in between Morgan Le Fay and Doctor Strange. Now, you're going to want her to be on the outside, or better yet, let's just swap places. Let's do a whole big old placement change. Let's go Red Guardian, then Agatha, then MLF, then Doctor Strange, and then Wong on the other side. So you have your two tanks taunting to the outside. Agatha's going to be drawing the assist from MLF, who is a striker, and going to be doing major damage. If you really want her in between doing this person or this person on the assist call, then swap places with Doctor Strange and Wong, because Wong on his counter assist is going to be clearing negative effects from the entire team. You're going to get more value out of that one. The ISOs are good. I don't like Red Guardian in here, and it definitely needs a placement change. I'm going to give you a C+ for that. Team number 9 is the Eternals with Doom, Shuri, and Loki. Loki's changing the speed, making Cersei go before Icarus. You've got Shuri in here, who's possibly giving Doom some energy, giving defense up early to the team. It's not a bad composition. You might be better off taking Shuri out of here and putting in America Chavez in here, giving them a whole bunch of speed. I also am not super excited about Doom being in here. Basically, Doom just helps with the Eternals mirror coming in, so maybe that's not a bad setup, I guess, because somebody could come in here with a Eternals Emma Loki composition, then their Eternals would go first and blow this up and possibly knock Doom underneath 50%, putting him in the time platform, and it'd screw that whole thing up. So yeah, let's just keep it. Let's just keep it the way it is. Striker Skirmisher combo on the Eternals. You've got Striker on Doom. I like that. Skirmisher on Loki. That's okay. That's exactly what you want Loki to be, as a skirmisher for the focus boost. And then, of course, healer on Shuri, because crit Shuri is just a joke. I'm going to go ahead and give you an A. I don't see any real problems with this. Well, you know what? Let's go A-. Swap places with Doom and Shuri. Put Doom in the middle just in case you get a little splash damage or something on him. That might help you out a little bit. Team number 10 is the Web Warriors. How boring is this? Okay, we're going to go OG Spider-Man. We're going to go Spider-Punk. Then you're going to go Scarlet Spider. Then you're going to go Miles, and then you're going to go Ghost Spider in your placement. You put Healer on Scarlet Spider? You crazy guy. I like Healer on Scarlet Spider, but it is not actually optimal. You should probably be using Raider on that. I like Skirmisher on OG. A lot of people are switching Punk to Striker. You can do that if you want. Yeah, I think it's okay. I definitely like the other, these ISOs are fine. I'll go ahead and give you an A-. I want a placement swap. Basically, just swap places with Ghost Spider and Spider-Punk, putting her outside of Miles. There's also a case to be made to leaving her in the back row, putting Miles in the middle, and then Spider-Punk in the back with Ghost Spider. That way, when the Bionic Avengers come in, they have the choice of blinding Ghost Spider and one other toon, or blinding the front three. So there's some options for you on how you want to do that. I'm going to give you a B+ for this team. If you like what you saw for this Defense Up episode, then please hit that like button, subscribe, share this with your alliances. Come follow me on my Discord, all that stuff. And remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.